What's up, guys? I'm back, and there's a few things that I wanted to talk about in this video. This is going to be a bit of a different video. I wanted to explain my absence over the course of the last year or so and kind of set the expectations for the channel going forward, because things will be a little bit different from here. But first, I just want to say thank you guys so much for hitting 10,000 subscribers. I know that that's not a ton in comparison to a lot of the other massive channels, but that number is just kind of a major milestone that I've been looking ahead to for a long time. And it's a really crazy number to think about. 10,000 people care enough about what I have to say about fitness and workouts, exercise equipment, and that sort of thing, that you have subscribed to my channel because you want to hear more of what I have to say. And that just blows my mind. That is something that I do not take lightly. I appreciate each and every one of you who have subscribed to the channel. And if you're watching this in the future and you're a future subscriber that hasn't subscribed at the time of recording, then I appreciate you as well. And I want to go into where I've been over the course of the last year. Because when I first took my break from YouTube, I said that I was going to be taking a break, I think I said for about 3 months. And then that, of course, turned into a year. And a lot has transpired in that time. So one big thing that was kind of the spark for me taking a break from YouTube was I hired a business consultant, a very expensive business consultant that I was going to be working with for 3 months to help me to kind of take my business to the next level. And I don't make any money off of YouTube. Yes, I get ad revenue, and yes, I have affiliate links, but I spend way more money on YouTube than I make. And so YouTube is not a source of income. YouTube is a huge, huge expense for me. So since I was spending all of this money on a business consultant to help me to actually take my online training business to the next level, the thing that actually makes me money instead of me spending money, I wanted to put my 100% full attention into that time and get the most out of that so that I could grow my business. And then I actually continued on with that consultant for another 6 months after that. And we ended up building me an office, which is where I am at right now. If you've been paying attention to some of the shorts, you've seen me in this office. But we have built an office, and that was something that me and my parents did in our limited free time. So that took quite a while to accomplish this as well. And then just all the other stuff that goes into life. I have my son, he's growing up a little bit. He's about 2.5 now. And so I was just kind of using my free time to spend some more time with him. And with all those things combined, there just really wasn't enough time to dedicate to YouTube in the way that I really wanted to. And then, of course, there's a 3 month or so, I don't know exactly how long I've been off YouTube, but there's about a 3 month gap. After that, 9 months or something around there. And so you might be asking, okay, well, where'd the rest of that time go? What were you doing the rest of that time? And to be honest, YouTube kind of became this mountain to climb over, if that makes sense. It became more and more of a daunting task to return to YouTube, just because of thinking back to the time investment that YouTube was for me before I took my break, and knowing how busy I was or am and the idea of adding YouTube into the mix. And then also, I forgot to mention, we're building a house. We're building a house on top of all that. So that has taken an astronomical amount of time as well. And so all of those things combined, and then the thought of adding YouTube into the mix just became more and more daunting of a task, to where it kind of like intimidated me to return. And ultimately, what I decided is just to kind of accept the fact that I'm not going to be able to make YouTube videos the way that I was before. And just to give you a little bit of insight into how I was making YouTube videos before. So the process was the same for any topic, whether that was an equipment review or whether that was a, video about tips for working out from home, or if it was a nutrition video or an exercise breakdown. The strategy was always the same. I wanted to take a topic, because this is a space that is very crowded. Anything that I'm going to talk about when it comes to fitness, someone else has already talked about. And so I wanted to take topics that other people have already done and do them better than what anyone else has ever done. And so I wanted to take a topic, have it thoroughly researched out, make a full script on it, and then after I have the video fully scripted out, then I would go look for other people's videos, and I would watch everyone else's videos on the same topic just to make 100% sure that there wasn't some angle that I forgot to cover, or some small detail that I forgot to cover, or maybe somebody else looked at something in a way that I haven't looked at it before, and I wanted to make sure that there was nothing in anyone else's video that wasn't covered in mine as well. And so make sure that mine was, in which I did my script first and then took those wrinkles, if any, and added them to the script to make my video the best video about whatever the topic was. And, I guess best is a subjective term, so you may watch some of my videos and still think, oh, well, this person did a better job on the video, and that's fine. But that was always the goal. The goal was always to make any video I did on a topic the definitive video on that topic, to where if you watch mine, you know everything you need to know about that topic, and you don't need to watch anyone else's video. You're just one and done. Now, the issue with that is that took an astronomical amount of time. It would take me at least an entire day to research and script out a video. Depending on how in-depth the topic was, it might take more than a day. And then it was a whole day of recording most of the time, or at least half a day of recording, usually a whole day. And then I had to get the content, the raw footage, and the script to my editor. And then if there's any revisions needed, go back and forth. And then still take a couple of hours to upload the video, post it across social media, all those other different things. And so it was taking up like a third of my week to put out YouTube content. And again, remember what I said earlier, I don't make money off of YouTube. I spend more money on YouTube than I make off of YouTube. I only did it because, one, I like making content. I do enjoy making content, and it's a fun creative outlet for me. And then two, I could see the long-term potential for this being a future source of revenue. So I kind of looked at it as a future investment to be able to, have money coming in from YouTube in the future. But it was hard to justify taking that much time out of my schedule, taking that much time away from family, taking that much time away from my business that actually is paying the bills and actually is putting food on the table for my family. And so when I return to YouTube, now as I'm returning to YouTube, I am going to have to approach my videos a little bit differently. I am going to have to make them a little bit more conversational, a little bit more off the cuff, and a little bit less scripted. You know, jot down some bullet points of things that I want to make sure to hit, and then hit those things, and then not have really a script. And then get some B-roll, throw all that to the editor, and say, here you go, make it happen, and then throw it on YouTube. So I wanted to let you guys know that ahead of time, because I feel like I owe it to you guys who have followed me up to this point and who do care about what I have to say and who do use my videos as a source of reliable information. I do feel that I owe it to you to let you know that as I return to YouTube, because the content will be a little bit different. I am still going to make it as high of quality as I can in the amount of time that I have available, but the style of video will be, as I said, a bit more conversational, off the cuff, less scripted. And so hopefully you guys who have put your trust in me for information will continue to do so. And I hope that you do enjoy the videos going forward, even if the style is a little bit different, the editing is a little bit different than it was before. Because ultimately I came to the realization that that was the only way I was going to be able to return to YouTube. It was either going to be change the style of videos so that they take less time and come back to YouTube, or not come back to YouTube. And so between those two options, I decided to come back, but things will be a little bit different. And let me know how you feel about this change down in the comments. This isn't a typical social media, hey, comment so that I can get some juice in the algorithm. I genuinely do want to hear your thoughts on this change in the style and the direction of the channel moving forward. And let's end this on a high note. Again, I so very much appreciate each and every one of you who have subscribed in this journey of YouTube so far. And I appreciate each and every one of you who are going to continue to follow the channel in the future. You're awesome. God bless you. And we'll see you next week.